So this is a fun collab project between me and Sewspicious Lefty and K&A. This is the Sam sew-along. If you're looking to put the Sam together, I have linked Sewspicious Lefty's video down below in the description. This is just to go through the modification of adding a lenticular to the front of the bag. So I will not be showing you how to put the bag together. I am just showing you how to attach the lenticular to the front window, and that is it. But Desi, Sewspicious Lefty, she does a fantastic job showing you guys how to do this bag. So I don't want to take away from her thunder. So we're going to go ahead and jump right into this, and this will not take long at all. You guys are going to be so happy. So you're going to need your main panel. If it's the lenticular style, you're going to have a white window here. So when you get it, it would look like this. I used an X-Acto knife to cut this out nice and neat. So I'll take that out. I stole a lenticular card. So if it's a lenticular panel that K&A is featuring right now, it will come with a lenticular. They're going to vary on different sizes. This just happens to be with the Nightmare Before Christmas. I wanted some artwork so you guys could see what this looks like. And then also when you're doing the lenticulars, when I first drafted this, I asked for like a single sleeve of plastic to create like a window. This is entirely up to you how you want to do this next part. I do it this way. You can do whatever. But I take that sleeve and I cut it in half. And what I'm going to do is that I would take this lenticular, and mostly it's just to kind of protect the lenticular from getting scratched, because they can get scratched. And watch me not be able to open this. And two, to help it not move. I don't want it to move once we get it. Now, there are some videos out there by Sewspicious Lefty where she creates a slip pocket. You are more than welcome to create a slip pocket. I will not be doing that in this video. I am creating the permanent spot. If you want to create a slip pocket, you will need to add additional fabric to the sew-along. I am working with what we have included in this kit, sew-along panel. So what I like to do is I will take my lenticular and then just a little bitty piece of double-sided tape. You don't need anything crazy, because all this is going to do is just hold this in place on the plastic. Oh, I think I just lost my electric. That's great. And then I'm going to drop that there, and I'm going to go get a flashlight. Alright, well that was fun. So I've got a piece of double-sided tape holding this down. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to use just a little bit of double-sided tape here at the top and bottom to hold the front on. Like so. So as you can see, you got a nice envelope. Your lenticular is safe. It's not going to get scratched. I mean, you'd really have to work hard to cut through that plastic, which is what I love about the K&A clear vinyl they include in their sew-alongs for these things. So the next thing I will do is I'm going to flip this over, and then I'm going to include a little bit of double-sided tape. Now what you're going to notice is I am not going to put this right on that edge. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to put it maybe about 1/2 inch away from that window, just to keep it out of the window a little bit. And I've got plenty of play with my plastic, so I'm not too worried about it. Now, if you've got a smaller piece of plastic, you would want to bring that in a little bit. I'm just going to take this off. All right. So I'm going to lay my lenticular right there. And then I'm going to try to square this up nice and neat. All right. Now, depending on your machine's capabilities, you could top stitch at 1/8 of an inch going around. This would mean that you are sewing through that card. You could do 1/4 inch. You're still going to be sewing probably through that card, at least on the bottom. But what I tend to do is I've been recommending like 3/8 of an inch for those who don't want to sew through the card. So anywhere between 1/4, if you don't want to sew through the card, anywhere between 1/4 to 3/8 of an inch away. If you are okay with sewing on the card, then a top stitch of 1/8 of an inch or all the way around will suffice. Now, this is plastic, so also depending on certain types of domestics, you are going to want to turn your tension all the way up. My Juki will be all right with this, but I have noticed on like my Singer HD, it does not like to sew through plastic when it's on the bottom. So I would have to turn its tension all the way up, and I'm just forewarning you guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the machine. I'm going to leave my threads long, and then I will top stitch this at 1/8 of an inch all the way around. Pull my threads to the back and show you what this looks like. So I'm pulling my threads long. I am just going to do 1/8 of an inch all the way around. Your ends there. Now you are perfectly fine to take a pair of scissors and trim this down, which is what I will do, because that card is not going to move now. I mean, you don't have to if you don't want to, but one less thing you got to worry about. And that part is finished. So if you want to watch Sewspicious Lefty's video on assembling the rest of the Sam, again, her link is down below in the description. So I hope you enjoyed.